Hey guys, I'm back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about Battlefield. And I want to ask everyone who's watching this video, do you think Battlefield 1 could possibly replace Battlefield 4? A lot of people I've asked, I actually asked a lot of people, they said yes, and a lot of them said no as well. And I'm going to get into that because this is pretty important to realize that even though it's got Battlefield in its name, it's completely different than Battlefield 4 was. Battlefield 4 was a great game on its own with many flaws and, things that could have been better. And sorry about that. And Battlefield 1 is an improvement on those features, but then again, it doesn't offer the same modern warfare aspect as Battlefield 4 did with these tanks that we have today with active armor and stuff. I mean, you have some perks in Battlefield 1 and it's a great game. Great looking as well, but it doesn't feel the same. It's a totally different game. Just on its own. It's like you took Battlefield and you improved upon a lot of other things for people who were looking for a different thing in Battlefield, a different feeling, a different outlook on the game. You want to go back to history? Fine, we'll go do that. And that's a great thing about Battlefield 1. They even added a a really expansive campaign, which I thought was great. I didn't even complete it yet on my PC, but I'm gonna get some up on there pretty soon. Just be patient with me, y'all. Anyway, Battlefield 4, it has its issues. Yeah, every game does. No game is ever perfect. And, one of those issues are bugs and networking. The netcode was fucked up. It kinda is still. Still fucked, especially on the console. And I'll get into that later, but I'm gonna go jump right ahead onto Battlefield 1 and why they improved upon it. They improved upon a lot of things. It's an easier game to run. It's on a much more sophisticated engine with a lot more simpler architecture in there, and your cards can run it. That's really impressive to me. I never thought the consoles could run a game that looked that good until Star Wars, and I'm like, how could a game look better than Star Wars? That thing looked amazing. And I'm just like, holy shit. You're going to release Battlefield 1 at what resolution? What? Huh? And I'm just like thinking to myself, what's the frame rate going to be? I was surprised to see that it's almost 60. And I'm just like, damn, dog, that's pretty cool. You know what? We're advancing in technology faster than anything, and people can tell now. Even old cards are getting improvements. Hardware wise, with new API updates, it's getting a lot better. But let's talk about the network coding and how that was improved. Battlefield 4 has a fucking horrendous coding. Almost every match you play, no matter what your connection is, even on the PC, you're gonna have some sort of icons on the right side of your screen there, and you can see I'm already getting them. I think that one's with frame rate. I'm not sure, or is it latency? I'm not sure. It's pretty latent in Battlefield 4. It's never gonna change on that engine, however. And people can look around it, but then again, if you take the game seriously, you're gonna get really fucking pissed. I can't tell you on how many occasions I've broken controllers over Battlefield 4 just by playing it, because there was a time I was really serious with the game with a group of buddies of mine that I don't really hang out with anymore. We all kind of separated, but that's not the point. I got so into the game and all this little bullshit like hit detection, registration, all that stuff. You shoot some dude in the leg, it counts as a headshot. What the fuck? All that kind of shit, because they had all this architecture in the game where people would be moving in different places than you would actually see them at. So it would be very difficult. That's why there's a lot of aspects to where you should pre-fire, and I'll get into another tutorial about that. If you ever want anything, just hit me up in the comment section below. What can I do to improve myself upon this game? Because I know a lot of things, especially about Battlefield. Battlefield 1, however, improved upon those, and they said, "Hey, you know what? Let's fucking scrap this engine. Let's go up with Uprise and let's recreate this whole thing and make it better." And I love it when people do that. They build it from the ground up. They don't add from an unstable base to try to build a building, because eventually it will fall and people will run away from it because they don't want to get fucking killed. And it's a funny illusion, but it's true. What happens when you build a game on a very terrible engine? People don't want to play it anymore. They don't want to see it. They're like, okay, I've been playing on the same thing. This game's come out like 6 times already. It's on the same engine. It's annoying. And it's really refreshing to see Battlefield 1 like that. But there's a few things that I know that it cannot replace it at. For example, whenever you play Battlefield 1, there are less automatic weapons available to you, which is understandable because at World War One, at that time, there weren't many automatic weapons to begin with. I think there was like 4 that you could carry on your hands, and the rest had to be mounted. I don't know. Don't fact check me there, because I really don't know. And I'm just going by what the developers said anyway. They said, hey, there wasn't many, but we need to convey it to the, the people who play the game. So most of the time you're going to see people either with the same weapon or a lot of variations of single-fired weapons on Battlefield 1, which is really exciting to see because, I love the M1 Garand. I love that shit. I love all the other one, the Lee Enfield. I love those because I play a lot of heroes and generals, and it's really nice to see a game like that be so polished, so good, perform so well at just my fingertips. I'm just like, holy crap. I'm scared to play Battlefield 1 because every time I get on, a whole day would pass. That's how fun I'm having. I'm actually worried about my health. Shit. Whenever that game dropped, I didn't go to the gym for a week. And I'm just like, god damn, I gotta get it back together, guys. This game's taking over my life. But that's what happens when a new game that's this exciting as Battlefield 1 was. And it's so rare to see it live up to its hype. Battlefield 4 kinda did, I guess. I mean, at launch it was such a fucking rocky start. Nothing but hate there. Nothing but hate. That's all you would see is hate, hate, hate. Because they're like, we're sick of this bullshit. We're sick of this game. You're gonna give us a game this fucking good and it's not gonna fucking work. They were upset, and I was one of those guys. I'd spit on my fucking TV screen by yelling. It would be the wet works, but the other way around. I actually thought I'd develop some pulmonary heart disorder or some shit. The amount of stress this game puts on you when you put this much time and effort into it, and I'm so glad to see that I'm not raging as much in Battlefield 1. I still rage like a motherfucker, but at least things aren't getting broken. You know what I mean? And that's a good thing, because the game is solid and sound. But yet again, I don't think Battlefield 1 can replace 4. I don't know if you guys think that, but I see a lot of my friends on the Xbox and PC still going back to 4 because they know it's a different game. It feels different all the way. You got a traditional Battlefield like 4 and 3 was, and the other one, fuck. People are gonna hate me because I forgot the name of one of the greatest games of all time. Battlefield Bad Company series. I'm sorry, guys. And please don't chop my head off and send it to my parents in a mailbox, because we live in the same house still. It's gonna be kind of bad. Anyway, and they all have a similar feel. They all little improvements, little nice little things about them. The little things are done right. And these are completely different games, and people know it. That's why they play them. That's why when you see Call of Duty, you can't replace Call of Duty games. You just can't. And I'm gonna get that in another video because one of my favorite YouTubers, Solid Revs, came up with that. Could Battlefield 1 replace that? I wanna make an announcement. I wanna just say, here's my response, and here's why. It was a great video. Shout out to the guy. But there's certain things you can't replace. Like, people still play Black Ops 2. And there's been so many CODs after that they're like, why? They're new CODs. But the game was so much better. In other people's opinions. It's all opinionated. Other people think that Battlefield 1's better than 4. A lot of them do. And some of my friends, a good percentage, I'd say 33%, still prefer 4. Just because of the gameplay itself. The architecture's so much different. I don't know, guys. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. leave a thumbs up. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more. Thank you for watching, guys, and see you to the next one.